Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Fumifla Rami. If this is your first time of stopping by, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a place where I talk about lifestyle, I talk about health, I talk about motivation, I talk about inspirational things and basically things that affect us as human beings generally. And so, once again, I just want to encourage you as much as possible to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel so that you can see more videos like this. And today, I'll be talking about a topic that I think is very crucial, is very important. And I think we do not talk a lot about this topic, and that's why we're having a lot of issues, a lot of things are happening. I'll be talking about depression today. Many people have a lot of ideas about depression, and I want to just let you understand today that depression is a clinical diagnosis. It's a clinical diagnosis, and beyond the fact that it could be described as a feeling of severe despondency or dejection, it is actually a mental health disorder that needs to be treated as such. Many people kind of they shove things under the carpet. They believe like, oh no, it's nothing. I mean, you're depressed. I mean, get over it. I mean, this is like a true life story in which if someone was talking about someone and the person was like, well, this person just needs to get over it. She needs to get over it. And I'm like, wait, this person has real life issues, and this is another person who insensitively was saying something like, oh, she needs to get over it. That's not how life works, and that is why many people are getting entrenched and deeper into the very depths and abyss of depression because they're surrounded by people who judge them, who tell them that they need to snap out of it, who tell them to like get over it. Like I said, depression is a clinical diagnosis that meets, like, before you make a diagnosis by kind of looking at different criteria and things like that, and then you come up with it and there's treatment for it. So for someone to say that, oh, you need to snap out of something, I think is a very, very unfair statement to make. And that's why many people just suffer in silence. And we need to stop this. We need to change this paradigm. We need to have a paradigm shift regarding our views on depression. And so, like I was saying, that depression is a mental health disorder. It is actually characterized by a persistent depressed mood or maybe loss of interest in activities that causes significant impairment in daily life. So, like I said, it's very, very important to kind of pay attention to this fact that this is a real issue that needs to be addressed as such. There are different causes of depression. There are different things that have been attributable to causes of depression, and the actual pathogenesis of depression is not really fully understood. And I'm not going into that. I'm currently pursuing my residency in internal medicine, so I can tell you a lot about that. But I don't want to bore you with those kind of details today. And like a depression is like is actually its causes could be multifactorial in a way. You can have a combination of biological, psychological, and maybe social sources that are contributing to the distress causing depression. And that is why we need to pay attention to these things. For example, we're in a pandemic, everybody's stressed, everybody's going through a lot of stress right now, coupled with our own individual stresses that we're going through in our lives. We're all in like a general state of stress, so to say. And that is something to think about. So increasingly, research has shown that so many factors are responsible for depression, and this could include things like altered activity in certain neuronal circuits in the brain. Again, like I said, I'm not going into details of all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to give you numbers. Some numbers about depression in terms of epidemiology. You have greater than 3 million cases of depression being diagnosed every year in the United States. That is a lot. That is a big number. It's not a small number. And I think I want us to kind of pay attention to this. I remember like recently I came across a young person that I was able to diagnose with depression, you know, and this is someone young in like his early 20s. And yeah, and it was so profound, so interesting. I can't go into details because of like patient confidentiality purposes, but this is real. So if you are still in that category, you belong to that category of people that think that people should snap out of it, just get over it and things. No, it's not fair to say things like that. So back to the discussion proper. I was talking about the causes of depression. You have a family history could be contributing factors to depression. Illnesses or health issues could be contributory to depression as well. Another cause of depression could be medications, drugs, alcohol. Those are contributing factors as well. And also, some people have said that personality could be a cause of depression. Maybe some people just have like very sad affect, sad personality to them, and that in itself could be a cause. Now there are different causes. I kind of did a little bit of research. I read about the fact that you have like this faculty move regulation of the brain, and you have like a lot of genetic vulnerability, and then you can have like stressful life events. All this cocktail mixed together is not a good thing, and that kind of causes a lot of chemical imbalances and all that. Now, the World Health Organization ranked depression as the fourth leading cause of disability worldwide, and they projected that by the year 2020, it will become the leading cause of depression. It will become the leading cause of disability. And I mean, is that not happening right now? This is 2022, and we have a lot of cases already, and this is why we need to pay attention to this. And I'm not going to bore you again with a lot of details. Now, why am I even talking about this topic today? I mean, in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or thereabout, I've read about the cases of like very prominent people who have passed away, young people in their prime of life, in their 20s, who just committed suicide. And I think that this is something we need to talk about. We need to like be open about, so that we can help more people, so that people don't have to don't have to lose their lives because they're just so depressed and so sad. So how do you make a diagnosis of depression? In medicine, there are some criteria we look at before we diagnose depression. Number one is sleep. If you're having sleep disorders, you're having a lot of maybe decreased sleep or stuff like that, issues with your sleep, that could be one thing to think about. Another factor we look at in diagnosing depression is loss of interest. It's called anhedonia. When you just lose interest in the things that normally used to excite you, that is something to pay attention to. When you begin to have this sense of increased guilt, like you're just guilty, you feel like something is wrong, that you're not doing enough, you're not living up to certain standards that people have put you up to, and so you just feel this guilt. Another thing is decreased energy. Another thing is decreased concentration. Are you having trouble with concentration? Are you having Another factor is decreased appetite. Maybe you're someone that used to love eating and all that. All of a sudden, for no reason, you just don't feel like eating anymore. Or there's something also called psychomotor retardation. You're just slow. Everything is just slow and sluggish. And you don't have any thyroid issues or stuff like that. You're just slow. That is something to pay attention to. And the last but not the least of the things we look at in terms of criteria for diagnosing depression is suicidal thoughts. If you're having suicidal ideation. Now, I've listed about eight of these factors right now. You need at least 5 or more of these factors to make a diagnosis of depression. And all these things need to be present in the life of someone for at least 2 weeks consecutively, and that is usually separated by a 2-month period. So if you're having any of all the symptoms I talk about decreased sleep, decreased interest, I talk about increased guilt, I talk about decreased energy, I talked about lack of concentration, decreased appetite, or psychomotor retardation or suicidal ideation, then by all means, you need to get help. You need to talk to your primary care physician. You need to talk to your doctor. You need to get help. Okay, and help is available. You need to reach out for help. Don't be ashamed. Like, reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually, as a matter of fact, a sign of strength, because you want to do the best for yourself, for the people around you, for the people that love and care about you. You don't want to cause them pain in any way. So reach out for help. Now, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has a number in the United States. It is 800-273-8255. Now, this is an unpaid announcement. I'm just giving you this number. Like, if you need it, just reach out and get help. Again, it's 800-273-8255. I'm going to leave a link in my description box below. And another number for people in Nigeria, because I have a lot of Nigerian fans, the Lagos Suicide Hotlines is 080-588-20777. Again, 080-588-20777. And also there's another number 09030000741. I'm going to leave a link in my description box below. So people, please reach out for help. If you need help, if you know someone that needs help, someone that is sad and depressed, please reach out to those people and help them. Please don't leave anybody hanging. Don't leave anybody languishing in depression. And by all means, let me tell you something. One of the ways we all go through issues in life, sometimes you kind of linger at the edge of depression and you're sad and you're just disturbed. We all go through stuffs like that. We all go through issues in life. But one of the things you can do is prioritize your self-care. Focus on taking care of your mental health. Don't get to the point where you're beginning to burn out. If you feel you're beginning to burn out, just try to draw back and relax and refresh yourself. Whatever it is that you need to do to help you relax and refresh yourself and revitalize yourself again. If you need to just sleep, if you need to just connect with your family members and your loved ones, call your long lost friends, and just by all means do what you need to do. Don't suffer in silence. All right, people, by all means, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Don't suffer in silence. Don't do that. Help is available to you. And this video will not be complete if I do not share a secret with you. Personally, the way I deal with issues of my life, because sometimes when I think about the things I go through, the things I've gone through, if I tell you my story, you'll be beyond shocked. But one thing that keeps me going, one thing that helps me is God. Now, this is, like I said, this is my personal secret. I talk to my God, and He helps me. Peradventure, you need that kind of help. Talk to God. He will hear you and He would help you as well. All right, people, till when next I come your way, I want you to stay lifted because indeed life is beautiful. I'll see you in my next video. Please remember to subscribe. Please remember to share. Please remember to like. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you.